Elon Musk has always been obsessed with one idea: making humanity a multi-planetary species. For years, he has spoken about a vision that sounds like science fiction, building a thriving city on Mars where people could live, work, and raise families. But for Musk, this is more than just a dream. It's a mission he believes is necessary for the survival of the human race. Through his company SpaceX, Musk is developing the key to this vision: Starship. It is the largest and most powerful rocket ever built, a fully reusable spacecraft paired with a giant booster called Super Heavy. Together, they are designed to lift over 100 tons of cargo into orbit and travel to destinations far beyond the moon. Musk believes Starship will be the workhorse that will take millions of people to Mars. The plan begins with a bold step. In late 2026, Musk intends to launch the first uncrewed Starship to Mars. This mission will carry vital cargo, rovers, power systems, and life support equipment to prepare for the arrival of humans. If all goes according to plan, the ship will land on the Martian surface in early 2027, marking the first step toward building a permanent settlement. A crucial part of making this possible is a technology that has never been done at the scale Musk envisions: orbital refueling. This involves sending one Starship into orbit loaded with fuel, and then launching another Starship to dock with it and transfer propellant in space. By refueling in orbit, Starship can carry enough energy to travel to Mars with heavy payloads and still have fuel to return to Earth. Without this breakthrough, Musk's entire Mars plan would remain out of reach. While the rockets are being perfected, SpaceX is also working on producing them at an unprecedented rate. Musk envisions factories, known as gigabays, churning out hundreds, eventually thousands, of Starships every year. He compares it to the way Boeing and Airbus mass-produce airplanes, but on an even larger scale. The goal is to make traveling to Mars as routine as flying from New York to London. Once the first Starships land on Mars, the real work begins. The early missions will set up the foundations for human life: power systems, habitats, mining equipment, and machines that extract water from the Martian soil. Greenhouses will be deployed to grow crops in a controlled environment, and automated fuel plants will begin producing methane and oxygen for return trips to Earth. Tesla's humanoid robot, Optimus, is also part of the plan. Musk envisions sending these robots ahead of humans to work on construction tasks, assembling habitats, laying solar panels, and maintaining equipment. In theory, much of the base could be prepared before the first human crew arrives, reducing risk and saving time. Musk's timeline is aggressive. After the 2026 cargo mission, he plans to launch additional supply ships during every Mars launch window, which occurs roughly every 26 months. If these missions succeed, the first crewed flight could depart in the early 2030s. The astronauts would live in pressurized habitats, grow their own food, and explore their surroundings while gradually expanding the settlement. In Musk's most ambitious vision, Mars will eventually be home to 1 million people by 2050. It would no longer be just a research outpost, but a self-sustaining city, complete with schools, hospitals, factories, and even sports arenas. Over time, humanity could terraform parts of Mars, making it more Earth-like and suitable for outdoor living. But many scientists caution that the challenges are enormous. Mars is a harsh and unforgiving world. Temperatures often drop to minus 80 degrees Celsius. The thin atmosphere offers almost no protection from deadly radiation from the sun and cosmic rays. Dust storms can engulf the planet for weeks at a time, blocking sunlight and covering solar panels. Life support systems would need to run flawlessly for years without failure, and no one has yet proven such reliability. There are also questions about the human body's ability to adapt to Mars' lower gravity, which is only 38% of Earth's. Long-term exposure could weaken bones and muscles, and the effects on human reproduction are unknown. Furthermore, the psychological toll of living in an isolated, enclosed environment millions of kilometers from Earth could be severe. Beyond the technical challenges, there are also ethical and legal debates. Who would govern a colony on Mars? Who would own its resources? What responsibilities would humans have to preserve the planet's natural state? Musk brushes aside many of these questions, saying they can be solved along the way. His priority is to get there first. Despite the doubts, Musk remains undeterred. He argues that humanity needs a backup home in case of catastrophe on Earth, whether from climate change, nuclear war, or an asteroid impact. He believes that building a city on Mars is one of the most important things we can do for the future of our species. In his own words, we have a choice. We can stay on Earth forever and eventually face extinction. Or we can become a multi-planetary species, traveling among the stars. I choose the second option. For Elon Musk, Mars is not just a red dot in the night sky. It is the next chapter in humanity's story, a place where our species can take root and thrive long after Earth is gone. And if his vision comes true, the first human footsteps on Mars will not just mark a new era in space exploration. They will mark the beginning of a new world.